Hello there, everybody. It's been a while, and you would have to forgive me. I've had a little bit of technical problems uploading the videos. Anyhow, we are here now, and I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to come on today and just to encourage somebody that no matter what you're going through, it is not all lost. Whatever experiences you've had in the past and whatever you're going through right now, it is all going to work out for your good. We've been talking about healing, and 2 days ago, someone called me and asked me a certain question that had to do with her relationship. She's been through a lot of stuff, and the relationship has ended on rocks, and she needed to attend a certain event with the same person that she's been having this difficulty in the relationship with. And I said to her, and she didn't know how she was going to handle meeting this person. So I said to her, the reason why you are very apprehensive meeting this person is because you haven't healed as you always say that you have. She said to me that I've prayed about it and I've let God. And I also said to her, when you pray about something and you say you're gonna let God, the other side of it is that spiritually, you're going to get the answers that you're asking God for, but you need to work it out physically. How do you work it out physically? It is by going through the process of healing. How do you go through the process of healing? Acknowledge what has been done. And once you acknowledge what has been done, begin to retrieve your personal power. So long as when you remember or you see the person, you still feel sentiments towards the person, you've not healed. And so today I just wanted to come on and give you a little bit of tips, because we are talking about healing and we are talking about God coming into your life and healing you. God, if I should put it this way, does not operate in a vacuum. As much as we cannot understand God in totality, He is not mysterious. And what He does in our lives, He does it with us. We need to be active participants in our healing. He's going to work through you, with you, and upon you by His Spirit and through His Word. The principles that you need to work with when you are working. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit hoarse. I'm sorry. When you're working towards your healing, is to imbibe the Word of God. You absorb the Word of God. That is the principles that you work with. That is your foundation. You can see psychologists or psychotherapists for counseling and all that. But the deep parts of your being, no psychologist or psychotherapist can reach, no counseling can do that surgery in your spirit. It is only the Word of God, the one who created you, who knows you best, who can reach deep down into the innermost parts of your being, where you are hurting, where the pain is, where life has left you in those dredges and trenches that you've become so attached to the pain and you cannot even cry out. It's even as if you've numbed the pain, you've numbed yourself with the pain, and you don't even want to feel how you feel any longer. You don't want to feel your emotions. But that's the part where it becomes dangerous for you, because then it affects your health. If you are not healing completely, it affects your health. Things that happen in the spiritual, the things that we cannot see, it manifests in our bodies. Over time, when I used to have those episodes with my health, I realized one thing, that when I'm really tense, my tummy has this bulge up in my tummy, and it was so painful, excruciating pain. But until I began to work through the healing process, that is when I realized that I was beginning to receive healing, and I wasn't experiencing that kind of bulge and tension in my tummy any longer. And so today I want you to do a little exercise, which I am going to walk you through, because we've been talking about believing, we've been talking about faith, and we've been talking about salvation. The salvation part is the part that we will be getting into very shortly. I'm going to try and load up the videos that I've done on healing, and then we will not wrap up, but then you will get the basis to begin to work towards your healing and to make a decision for your salvation as well. One of the things I wanted to share with you when it comes to believing is that believe is the point of engagement. When you start believing, whatever you're believing, it's a point of engagement. And so if that point of engagement is not something that can uphold you as you go through your process, that is going to be problematic for you, because what you believe is what you think, and what you think is what you confess. And if you are confessing it, then it is going to manifest in your life as a circumstance or a situation. Circumstances and situations are issues that we face in life, and you can either prevent it from happening, or you allow it to be prevalent and to take charge of your life. And so one of the things that I will ask you to do, if you are on this journey of healing, you are getting on your road to recovery, and you've seen the other videos, and if you haven't seen the videos, I encourage you to watch the videos, subscribe and share, so that you can be updated whenever I put up a new video. I want to come alongside you to help you do this life and ace it. You don't have to go through stuff and pain and traumas like everybody does to, experience life. You can jump on other people's experiences and update your experiences, so that you know where the pitfalls are, you know where the grenades are thrown, so that you can just jump and leap without stepping on those landmines. And so, this is the tip that I'm giving you. If you are working towards your healing, one of the processes that you would need to do is to acknowledge whatever it is that you're dealing with. If it is a relationship problem, if it is a marital problem, problems from your childhood, most of the problems, I'm sorry, that we have or we deal with in adult life are problems that were never dealt with in our childhood. Emotional problems, mental instability, mental baggages, psychological disorders. There are things that were not dealt with as, when we were children, and it's become baggages that we've been carrying throughout our adult life. And so it becomes triggers for us. Anything that looks like that experience now becomes something that makes us jump, and we get started. But you want to begin to work on your healing by examining where your engagement is, your belief spot. What have you been believing about yourself? What have you been believing about your marriage? What have you been believing about your children? What have you been believing about your spouse? What have you been believing about yourself? Begin to examine these areas of your life. And then once you begin examining these areas of your life, get a pen and a paper. I'm old school. I like to write things down. When you write things down, they just get off your chest. So that's my Aaron. I'm the Moses. My writing is my Aaron, okay? So I'm just gonna ask you to do a little bit of writing. Even if you don't like writing, just for the sake of your healing, get a pen and a paper and then begin to write out your experiences from as far back as you can remember from your childhood, and then begin to put them down on paper. Feel the emotion that is coming with it, whether it's anger, it's disappointment. Just feel it. Feel the emotion, write it out, express it in any way that you. That's a baby crying. I'm in a lobby attending a function that I was invited to. Sorry about that. So get a pen and a paper and then write it out. Write out the emotion. Feel it. Articulate how you are feeling and pen it on the paper. What you are doing is that you are releasing the tension that is in your mind, the tension in your body, the tension in your gateway. Your gateway, that's the access to your mind. Because there are two things that influences us. And you need to, I will talk to you later on about atmospheres, the kind of atmosphere you live in. The kind of atmosphere you live in has to do with what you are thinking and what is influencing your thoughts. All right? And so for this little video, it's just to give you a little bit of a kickstart on your road to recovery. Begin to go into your own life as much as you can remember from your childhood, and begin to write down all the experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, and especially the ugly ones, because we have a way of closing chapters in our life that we don't want to revisit. And those are the things that come back to torment us and makes us react in ways that we are not supposed to be acting. Something very trivial that you don't have to act, apprehensive about, but then you just jump because it's something that it's within your spirit and you've never healed from it. And you might say that, oh, but I have forgotten about that. I have forgiven. I've forgiven, but I haven't forgotten about it. The lady I was speaking to, she was saying that, oh, I have forgiven, but then you know that when you have a wound, there is always a scar, and when you see the scar, then you are reminded about the experience. And I said that is true, that you are reminded about the experience, but then if the experience, you haven't gone through the process of letting out the emotions and the feelings that is attached to that experience, then you never will heal. The wound or the scar that you are seeing should become your place of victory, how far you've come, and not how far down you went. And so this is a little exercise that I would love for you to do, and hopefully I'll come back on shortly, and we will get going with our salvation series. And so until next time, this is Repu'A, Sinking, Healing and Beauty. It's Repu'A. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you soon.